Hey, it's Kyle here, and today I'll be reviewing Tales of the Empire. If you haven't watched this newest animated offering from Star Wars, please go watch it first before you watch this review because it will include some spoilers. With that warning out of the way, let's talk about Tales of the Empire. So overall, I did enjoy Tales of the Empire, but I should say I enjoyed the first version of this Tales of Jedi a little bit more. I think it's mainly because the characters that were featured in Tales of the Jedi were ones I just was slightly more interested in learning more about, where with this installment, Tales of the Empire, I was definitely interested in learning more about Barriss. Morgan, I enjoyed that character a lot in The Mandalorian and then Ahsoka, but it wasn't really a character like, you know what I really want Morgan's backstory. So I wasn't really as excited for that side of the series overall. And that might have played into my overall enjoyment because I definitely enjoyed the Barriss episodes a lot. The Morgan episodes, I enjoyed the first one a lot because that was probably the thing I was most curious about, was a little bit more about her backstory with the Night Sisters when you get that. The clones' attack on the Night Sisters is absolutely brutal. Some of the most visceral battle scenes I've ever seen in Star Wars animation. It was very well done. You definitely see the trauma that Morgan went through that really shapes her personality and the rest of her life. Love that episode. Second and third episodes wasn't as into, which kind of surprised me because second episode heavily features Thrawn, and I'm really into Thrawn. But I was never really that curious of how they connected. To me, it was just like, well, she was in the Empire, he was in the Empire. I don't really need that kind of backstory to figure out how they made that connection at some point. And definitely the third episode is like, okay, I kind of figured that she would kind of resist the New Republic, so that again wasn't really that interesting for me. Probably the only thing with her that I think I would have liked to see an episode about instead of maybe maybe replace episode 3 and make the Thrawn one 3, and I would like to see how she got into like weapons productions, because we just go from her being a Night Sister refugee to her already being a magistrate on the planet and already have a factory coming up and running and seemingly already have the designs for the TIE Defender. So how did she get in weapons production? Was there already weapons production there and she just kind of took it to the next level and she's more of a manager? Or is she secretly some sort of scientific genius and developed the TIE Defender program? So I would have maybe liked to see a little bit more backstory on that side instead of episode 3, which I just wasn't really into at all. On the Barriss side of the storyline, I really love those episodes a lot. The first Barriss episode where we get her introduction into the Inquisitors was amazing. I love the fact that she's there on Coruscant when Order 66 happens, and she's instantly released from prison because she's no longer a traitor anymore because she was against the Jedi. That episode was really cool. I love the training montage with her and how she begins that journey to the dark side. I love that we see the Inquisitors, headquarters is still under construction. So it had already been started, so we know the Emperor was already getting ready for that, but it wasn't quite done yet by the time Order 66 happened. But that episode, everything about it, I loved a lot. The second episode, where we see her begin to break from the Inquisitors and like, this is not the way I want to go, I thought it was really well done because like she kind of sees like the Inquisitors are doing what she was accusing the Jedi of, and basically killing innocents in their quest for power and basically waging war from her perspective for no reason. So I like the fact that that's what triggered her, like, no, this is not good. The only thing I would have maybe liked there, but that's not really what this type of series is for, is like a little background, like how long had she been an Inquisitor? Was this her first mission, or if she'd already done some stuff? That would have been a little interesting to find out. Like, if she's walking the planet and like, well, Barriss, this is your first one, so like, let's really buckle down, something like that. Because I'm just curious if she'd already had some other things that had already begun to make her uneasy with being an Inquisitor. But everything with that episode, loved it. Episode 3 was really cool too, because then you see her journey more towards away from the Empire, back to the light side. Similar to Ahsoka, like it's like she's finding her own way with not being a Jedi and trying to find her own path in the Force. And I definitely like that you see, like, she's clearly dedicated the rest of her life trying to make amends for stuff she did when she was a Jedi and she broke with them and basically killed innocent people. Whatever she did as an Inquisitor, that, you know, either if that was her first mission or if she did a lot more, even if it's her first one, you know, she killed somebody in a training mission. She was partly involved in basically killing multiple people on that planet in episode 2. So, you know, her dedicating the rest of her life to being a healer and basically refusing to fight when the Inquisitor, her mentor, finds her, and, you know, like, no, that's not me anymore. Really, really well done. And I love the fact that, you know, she dedicates the last bit of what it seems to be her life, because she seems to die at the end, to, like, I'm going to bring you back from the dark side as well. I'm not going to let you fall as well. She's clearly dedicated, like, I'm not giving up on anybody now. You might be an Inquisitor, I might have seen you done evil things, but there's still good in you, and I'm going to try to bring you back. So I absolutely love that. So really a big fan of the Barriss arc. The Morgan stuff I just wasn't really interested in, but I think because I wasn't really that interested in that character, learning more about her, those episodes were going to have a hard time appealing to me anyway. So that's my thoughts on Tales of the Empire. The one thing I will say, when they announced this series, it made me super excited, because before I think everybody just assumed they were just going to do Tales of the Jedi and just constantly rotate in a new Jedi, which I think is really cool, and I hope they do more Jedi in the future. But by bringing this Tales of the Empire, it gives them so many possibilities, you know, everything from Tales of the Bounty Hunter, Tales of the Rebellion, Tales of the New Republic, Tales of the High Republic, Tales of the Clone, you know, basically anything you can think of in Star Wars. Now they can kind of do these small little series with a few episodes to kind of explore some characters that maybe doesn't make sense to do an entire series or a movie about. And I think that's really, really cool, because all Star Wars fans know there's so many characters out there we'd love to learn more about. And they don't necessarily all deserve to have their own standalone book or their own standalone series or movie. So I love this is a way that Star Wars is embracing for them to explore those other characters. So I hope to see many more versions of this series in the future. So let me know in the comment section below, what did you think of Tales of the Empire? Did you prefer it over Tales of Jedi, or are you more of a Jedi fan? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this review, please hit that like button. If you have yet, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you for the support. Thank you for watching. I'll see you the next time, and may the Force be with you.